Audit of the VI election system is revealed. Auditors say there are missing bank statements, reports, logbooks, and inventory records. Danish flights make their way back to the territory. Details, plus the veteran service organizations of the Virgin Islands and the Office of Veterans Affairs will join the rest of the nation in the annual commemoration of Veterans Day. Hello, welcome, and thanks for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gumansing. The recent release of the audit results on the Virgin Islands election system has revealed discrepancies in its operations, including a lack of financial reporting since 2002. News 2's April Knight brings reactions to the audit results and to why clues as to why the situation got out of hand.
The results of the audit done on the VI election system by the Election Assistance Commission has caused a minor furor, but to the chairman of the St. Thomas Board of Elections, the results were no surprise.
I was not surprised 11 years that this audit encompassed. There was not any auditing done of HAVA funds.
The audit was done on how the election system used federal HAVA, or Help America Vote Act funds, used for operations under the direction of the VI election supervisor. Arturo Watlington joined the Board of Elections around 2002. He said during the 10 years he's been a board member, the body has never received regular or detailed accounting from the supervisor's office on the use of the funds.
I myself have questions as to what equipment does the election system own? Where is a listed inventory? How do you account for the HAVA funds? A lot of times I ask these questions, what did we spend the HAVA funds on? And people say, I don't know.
But neither has the Election Assistance Commission done any previous audit before 2012.
Some of the states received significantly more money than the Virgin Islands did, and they received a higher audit priority than the Virgin Islands.
I can't see how you have allowed the system to utilize these monies for 10 years, and now you say that it has not been accounted for properly.
The audit has shed some light on the operational mistakes of the VI election system in the past decade, but Watlington says this could be a good thing, a blueprint for the future on how to do things right. April Knight for News 2.
News 2 could not reach former election supervisor John Abramson Jr. as of news time. We will keep you updated. Now that senators have approved the bill to ratify the Fourth Amendment agreement between Hovensa and the VI government, Hovensa's owners are finalizing their plans to sell the refinery. On Wednesday, Hovensa's general manager, Sloan Scheuer, said he's pleased the legislature approved the bill. He said they're tying up the loose ends to secure an investment bank that would conduct the sale of the St. Croix refinery. Section 2 of the agreement requires Hovensa to conduct a bona fide sales process, and that means hiring a reputable investment bank who handles the sale of oil and gas assets no later than 10 days after the agreement is ratified. Two brand new ferries that will service St. Thomas and St. John have just arrived on St. Thomas from Louisiana. Department of Public Works Commissioner Darrell Smalls took delivery of the new ferry boats Wednesday night. The ferry boats, which cost about $3.5 million each, are aluminum catamarans, each about 85 feet long and can carry 250 passengers. They are named Red Hook 1 and Cruise Bay 1. Cruise Bay 1 is currently tied up at the Crown Bay Marina, awaiting inspections and further testing before service officially begins. Well, the charter flights from Denmark have returned to the VI once again, bringing nearly 300 new visitors to the territory every 2 weeks. Tourism officials welcomed the visitors with the St. Croix hospitality Wednesday night, and they were back in Christiansted spending some time with the tourists. News 2's Erica Parsons has more.
Taxi vans rolled through Christiansted, stores were busy, and music filled the streets, marking the start of the tourist season.
We're glad to see the cruise ships back. We're glad to see the Danish charters back.
On Wednesday night, tourism officials welcomed the first charter flight back from Denmark. The flights bring more than 250 visitors each trip, and they come from Billund, Copenhagen, and Aalborg.
We are here to help them, both them, but also the community, because we are here to translate also. We have people from Denmark who have no idea how to speak one word of English.
We're going to be having them coming every other week to the island of St. Croix and going back and forth between St. Thomas. And that's one of the things that we can appreciate, is that they're spreading a little bit of the money throughout the territory.
Thursday was also the weekly return of the cruise ships to St. Croix for fall, and this season tourism staffers are rolling out the welcome mat in Christiansted.
Not only are we welcoming them with information in our booth, we're giving them a little taste of the rum too, but also we're going to be having folks dressed in the traditional festival costumes and moko jumbis as well.
The history between the VI and Denmark is a huge draw for the Danish visitors, and seeing the architecture still standing keeps them coming back for more.
One of the things they're noted for is just going around and seeing the architecture and reminiscing on how it used to be.
It's nice to see Dronningetværgade, and you go around and you meet people with Danish names. That is the reason why we're here. It's the story, it's the history, it's the feeling of actually being back in some part of Denmark that is long gone.
And this week is just the economic shot St. Croix and the VI needs.
I'm glad to see that the opportunities are opening up for our businessmen and women, because at the end of the day, what's most important about tourism is helping our economy and helping the people here who are investing in businesses to make sure that they're prosperous and we're prosperous too.
Erica Parsons, News 2.
The Danish charters come once every 2 weeks, and the visitors will spend 1 week in each district. The charters will end in March next year. Meanwhile, the Crucian Heritage and Nature Tourism Organization, or CHANT, they hosted an open house on Wednesday and cocktail event in order to inform the community of their upcoming social events. The organization is proud of their plans and achievements and would like to get the community involved. News2's Shaniqua Robinson caught up with the executive director for all the details.
The Crucian Heritage and Nature Tourism Organization has big plans for the new year and is anxiously waiting for their main event for 2013.
CHANT is approaching its 10th anniversary. It is the result of a charrette series where people in the community came together to talk about how to tie our culture, our heritage, and our ecology to the tourism product, and how to develop local businesses that can become part of the tourism industry.
CHANT's main event, which is known as the Crucian Fusion, is the organization's major annual fundraiser which promotes the heritage and nature of St. Croix.
We celebrate Crucian cuisine and take it to another level. We challenge our local chefs and cooks and, everybody who has that specialty dish to participate and take a traditional Crucian dish and make it gourmet.
The community is asked to join the board of directors and CHANT providers as they celebrate and share the exciting future of CHANT and St. Croix's tourism growth. The Crucian Fusion will take place on Saturday, December 7th at 6 p.m. at Fort Frederick Museum in the Frederiksted town.
The cooks and chefs will have food available for everyone to taste using a lot of local product.
Other upcoming CHANT events is a slowdown dinner at the Ridge Reef Farm on Sunday, December 1st, and on Wednesday, December 4th, there will be a farmer's market.
We're really proud. We're invited a young Crucian chef, Digby Stradiron, who now lives and works in Florida, but who started his culinary career here on St. Croix at the Buccaneer Hotel.
Shaniqua Robinson, News 2.
For more information, you can call the CHANT office at 719-5455, or you can email them at www.chantvi.org. Turning our attention to Washington, President Obama traveled to Texas Wednesday to meet with volunteers who work to sign people up for health insurance. The event is the first in a wave of administration officials hoping to highlight the positives of the Affordable Care Act. Tara Mergina has the story from Washington, D.C.
President Obama is trying to win back public support for his signature law. He told a group in Texas the Affordable Care Act is still better than what was in place before.
All the politics, all the chatter, sometimes leaves out the fact that the system we had, the status quo, just wasn't working for too many people.
But the failures of healthcare.gov are becoming a PR nightmare.
I started signing up last Thursday and I'm almost done.
Carrie Underwood and Brad Paisley opened last night's Country Music Awards with jokes about how people are having trouble enrolling.
Obamacare by morning, over 6 people served.
President Obama and Colorado Senator Michael Bennet, whose job it is to get Democrats reelected, sat down with 15 senators facing reelection next year. The group wants to delay the deadline to sign up for health insurance. Health and Human Services Secretary Kathleen Sebelius says that's not going to happen.
For millions of Americans, delay is not an option. People's lives depend on this.
Sebelius says the website will be fully functional by the end of the month. Tara Mergener for CBS News, Washington.
And keeping our eye on the economy, Twitter stock is flying high, soaring 92% in its first day of trading. Investors couldn't get enough of the 7-year-old tech company, pushing the total valuation of Twitter to $30 billion. The microblogging network, favored by celebrities and some 230 million users, has yet to turn a profit. This is the New York Stock Exchange with Scotiabank's Stock Market Watch. The Dow, Nasdaq, S&P all down. The Dow 152, Nasdaq 74, S&P 23. Coming up on News 2, the Veteran Service Organizations of the Virgin Islands and the Office of Veterans Affairs will join the rest of the nation in the annual commemoration of Veterans Day, Sunday on St. John, Monday on St. Thomas and St. Croix. This year's theme is Thank You for Your Service. Find out where and